I've often wistfully lamented the fact that many of the places I visit in video games are just too good to be true, wishing I could explore some of those stunning open world maps in real life. Well, that's all about to change. I have arrived in New Zealand to visit some of the incredible natural landscapes and explore and learn about Māori culture. And the cool thing is, it all coincides with the release of the new Aotearoa New Zealand Minecraft DLC. So make sure you check it out because it is such a cool realm. And of course, the Minecraft movie. Here in the land of the long white cloud to see just how well they've represented these iconic Kiwi locations in the game versus real life. I actually grew up in New Zealand, so kia ora, really great to be back. I flew to Nelson, which is right at the top of the South Island, got settled into my hotel, scored some great gear from the Pure NZ team, and grabbed some dinner before an early night ahead of a super early start the next day. Okay, so it is really early. But I'm up, ready to drive out to the Abel, Tasman National Park, where we are going on a sunrise Waka boat trip out on the water. It is a traditional Maori canoe, and we're going to visit one of the first Minecraft locations. And it is dark right now, so I think I'm going to be arriving in the dark, but that should mean that we'll be out on the water, as the sun rises, which is pretty great. But I'm really excited. I think it's going to be really special. We were welcomed by our guides at Waka Abel Tasman with a special ceremony. They talked about how the Waka, these double-hulled canoes, carried powerful spiritual significance. And I don't really have the words to describe just how magical this was. The colours over the water, our rhythmic paddling as the sun rose, and the stories of the people that made this place their home and still do to this day. We eventually arrived at Split Apple Rock and watched the sun finally reveal itself behind it.
This place would have been a meeting place.
So yes, there is a little Waka experience that you can have in Minecraft, but what I wasn't expecting was to see Leanne in there too.
Welcome to your Waka experience. But how strong we are when we actually support one another and work together, and we can create amazing things. I hope you feel relaxed and connected in our Waka. Are you ready?
Next stop, a hike through the Abel Tasman National Park, which was just a short, blissful boat trip away. Once we arrived, we met up with Crystal, who was our guide to teach us the history and all about the wildlife. Hey, I recognize this guy. I just feel really lucky to be here. The forest is stunning. New Zealand's ecosystem is so unique. In fact, New Zealand has no native mammals except for the long and short-tailed bat. So most of the wildlife here is made up of a lot of really unique bird life, many of which are sadly now extinct, but New Zealanders are working really hard to protect and restore what remains. Of course, we need to shout out some Kiwi superstars like the weta. There are no snakes or poisonous spiders here either, and the weta's closest relative, I think, is a cricket. All in all, it's a pretty chill place. And of course, the silver fern. Because the silver underside of the fern reflects moonlight, Māori used to use this to help mark their trails when travelling at night, which is pretty clever.
Oh man, that was amazing. Definitely worth the early start. It was just the most magical experience. I love how everything the Māori people do is so connected to the land. It kind of is the through line through everything, and it's so special. I'm super excited to see more of the Minecraft locations as well, you know, do that side-by-side comparison. Honestly, anytime you get to experience something in a game, also in real life, it's quite surreal.
Next, I headed to Wellington. Here, another early start out to the conservation island of Kapiti. This place is kind of like a Jurassic Park for birds. The goal was to restore it to a pre-human state, effectively undoing the damage of farming and colonization. Once again, we were blessed with one of the most knowledgeable guides in the biz, who guided us through the wilds of more bird facts than you could shake a feather at. Knowing that so many of these species would likely have also gone extinct had it not been for the conservation work done here on Kapiti, I came to really appreciate the birdwatching experience. In fact, the island itself is something of a miracle in terms of what it has survived and how it stands as a testament to what proactive, restorative intervention can do.
It's so cool that this place is entirely protected because it feels kind of prehistoric.
Night, we set out with red light torches in hopes of seeing a kiwi. It didn't happen for us this time, but honestly, I got to see the only bird I really care about, the takahe. I mean, look at this majestic dinosaur. It is beautiful. And of course, I can go kiwi spotting in Minecraft now anytime I want. I just loved my time on Kapiti, but now it was time to head back to the mainland. Next, the incredible geothermal wonder, the sulphurous mud pools of Rotorua. We start our journey here at Taupo, a Māori Arts and Crafts Institute. They have students that come and learn traditional Māori craftsmanship via a scholarship each year, the stipulation being that they take the knowledge that they gain and pass it on. And as for the smelly mud pools, well, that comes from the sulphur. You do get used to it, you just don't notice it after a while, but the whole geothermal site is super impressive to see in person. Or, yeah, you guessed it, in Minecraft. Speaking of impressive, we finished our day at Taupo with a Māori cultural performance that really cemented just how alive and celebrated the culture is here.
We are here to showcase to you all different aspects of the Māori culture through song and through dance as well.
Listen, it is not a trip to Rotorua without a go on the luge, so you better believe I'm luging. I think one of my earliest memories is riding the luge with my dad when I was a kid, so this was a really cool opportunity to absolutely feel like a kid again. Although, mind you, these things go fast. Too fast, too furious.
pineapple lumps, which are the perfect Kiwi car snack.
I gotta say, by this point in the trip, I am feeling it. These days have been stacked to the brim with adventure, but I still have a couple of things I want to check off my list before I go.
Now, just like the kiwi bird, I can't fly. Today, however, will be the exception.
Okay, this is happening. 15,000 feet? No biggie.
I arrived at Taupo Tandem Skydiving to check this very scary thing off my bucket list, and I was ready. Nervous? Kinda, but honestly the team here were amazing, and when I make up my mind to do something, I kinda enter this state of like, well, it's happening regardless, so I may as well enjoy the ride. And I definitely did.
Listen, I feel like I want every experience that New Zealand has to offer.
Okay.
This is gonna be it, right?
All right, so we're skydiving today.
Yeah.
How high are we going?
15,000 feet.
15,000 feet. So you are going to be free falling for 1 minute. That parachute's going to open. We get to chill out, enjoy the views of Taupo. Sound good?
Amazing.
Give me a high five. Let's go skydiving.
I jumped from 15,000 feet. The weirdest thing about skydiving is you don't lose your stomach because you're already moving at terminal velocity when you jump out of the plane, so it really feels more like flying than falling. And then the chute is pulled and bliss. I wasn't expecting to get to steer the parachute myself actually, which was really cool. Honestly, I am stoked I did it. I would do it again. I totally get how this can be addictive. And after all that action, I can't think of a better way to finish up my time in New Zealand by relaxing at the Waiariki Hot Springs in Rotorua. And just like everything here, there is heart, spirit, and connection poured into every aspect of the experience. It was just about the best thing I could have asked for. It was a whirlwind of a week, but I loved every minute of this experience and just seeing how New Zealand's pride and culture is being represented and shared with visitors
And with players who jump into the Aotearoa New Zealand Minecraft DLC.
So make sure you check it out for yourself. It is really cool, and when you do, say hi to Leanne for me.